Now that you're signed in to Showbie, let's get familiar with the layout. In the left-hand pane, we have all of the classes that we have either created or we have joined as a co-teacher. Here we have all of the assignments that are part of the classes we have created or joined as a co-teacher, and we can search for assignments and classes using the search bar. In the top right hand corner, we have the notification bell, and this shows you any activity that is taking place inside any of the classes you are a teacher in. Whether this be a student or a member of staff is requesting to join, or whether any work has been uploaded to an assignment. Here you can tap directly onto the notification and it will take you to the actual right class and the right piece of work. In the bottom right hand corner, we have the help section. If you tap on the question mark, there's some help toolkits and some guidance in case you need it. If you've got any issues, you can contact Showbie directly. This is a really good way to get your issues resolved, as they have direct access to your account and can be a lot quicker than going through IT support or the PedTech team. And we also have the option to request a feature. So if you think of anything that might improve Showbie, you can request that here, and Showbie are very good at listening. We have a plus button just on the class side. Here we can create a new class. Here we can join an existing class using a code that is shared by the teacher. And here we can also see any archive classes. Archive classes are those classes that you no longer teach, but all of the student work remains in there and all of the assignments remain in there. So archiving classes at the end of the year is a good thing to do. You can always go back and check on previous cohorts. We have a viewfinder button which opens up another layer in Showbie. So there are different areas that we can access in Showbie. One of those areas is the communities area, and we will do a little video on this. This essentially is a good thing to use for anything like student council or if you run any after school clubs. It's a bit like a class, as in you can share resources and things into that community, but please be aware that any member, student, parent of that community can also interact with other users in the community, whereas in a class, students can only see their own work and can only interact with the teacher. Here we also have a student section, so we can individually look at students and the different classes that they're in and access only their work. We can also find any assignments as well. Again, it's another way to find assignments. And now assessments is built into Showbie. This was previously Socrative, and you need to have a separate Socrative account. We need to stop using Socrative and start using assessments built into Showbie. And again, we will do another video on this. And just underneath, we have all of the classes that we are part of and the option to create a new class. I'm just going to click onto my avatar and I'm going to go into account. Here it has my first name and my last name, but it's a good idea to put your class name in the preferred display name. So whatever your students call you in the class, please pop that there, and that is what will appear when you give any feedback or whether you set any assignments. They will see your teacher's name. In the next section, sign in and security, you are signed in with Microsoft, so you will always sign in with Microsoft. We have preferences, and this is the notifications section here. So we have classes and discussions. Now it's worth noting that if all of these are generally turned on blue, so you can have an email and a push notification which drops down from the top of the screen on an iPad, please turn all of these off, otherwise you'll be bombarded with notifications throughout the day. The only two that I would keep on are notify me when a student leaves one of my classes, because they'll be sitting waiting to be readmitted, and if you're added to a class, have a notification there as well. Apart from that, I would turn all of those off. Underneath here, we have Showbie Labs. Now this is always turned off. This is where Showbie try new things out. And a lot of the features in here are really, really useful. I'm going to do a separate video on that, but I would turn on pinned classes, because this allows you to pin a class to on your class on the side. This allows you to pin a class so you can find it easily. I turn on link previews, because when you upload any websites, rather than just having the URL, it will show you the window of what that website looks like. In secondary especially, I would turn on calendar. When you create an assignment, if you set due dates, that will appear in the calendar view so you can see what's due each day. And I would certainly recommend turning on transcribed voice notes. It's not always possible to listen to a voice note that's left by a student, but you can tap onto that voice note and it will give you a transcription, which is sometimes a lot quicker to actually read. We do have Feedback Assistant in there as well. This is not something that we are currently looking to use across the trust, but it will give you some help if you want to write a comment. It will help you structure that comment in a slightly better way. And that is the layout on Showbie on the iPad.